everybody. Thank you for joining me for another one-man review. I just got the new issue of Fantagraphics Anthology Now, issue 11, just came out today. Um, as with all of Fantagraphics Now's, it's a real eclectic mix of stuff. So different things are going to appeal to different people. They're always good. They're always worth picking up. Some of them have more stuff that I like. Some of them don't. So I'm just going to go through and show the stuff that resonated with me in this one. There's no need to point out stuff that I didn't really resonate with. Uh, right out the gate, as I'm recording this, as I just read this and now I'm recording this, the city I'm in's under tornado watch, which is normal for this time of year here. So I opened it up and read this page. This is, I believe, Theo Ellsworth page. So that felt like, oh crap, I hope this isn't a prediction for how the night goes. We'll see. So far, I'm only on a watch, not a warning. The first full-length story in here is by Jesse Simpson, who's new to me. I like the art style. It's pretty cool. There's certain things that feel sophisticated and certain things that feel kind of intentionally clumsy, like the arms and stuff. But it feels like a set of strategies I've seen in a lot of art recently, so it all feels intentional. One of my favorite things is that the two main characters who are walking along, it's basically just them walking and having a conversation, have like this star and the heart eye, and then the artist will fill in different parts of the stars and the heart to make the eye look different ways. I thought that was a really interesting strategy and kind of showing the different personalities of like a sharper versus a more loving personality. The characters themselves are really obnoxious, and the conversation that they have is obnoxious. They're not people that I want to spend time with. So in that regard, I didn't like the comic, but I think that the artist's definitely doing what they want to do. They're capturing a certain type of conversation. They're effectively like escalating the conversation in a way that makes sense and is compelling and interesting. So, you know, whatever. It's still good comics. It's just like there's certain types of TV shows that are like that too. It's just not the type of people I want in my house, or the type of conversations that stress me out. So that's my personal reaction to it. But I thought it was a well done, interesting comic, and I'd be interested to see more of. Let me see. This is, what did I say? Jesse Simpson. I want to say Simmons. Tim Lane. I always like me some Tim Lane. I've been reading more of his stuff lately. I got to go back and get his books. Obviously, I like the crazy crosshatched art and stuff. That's and the high contrast art. That's always something I'm gonna like. I think when I was first exposed to Tim Lane's art, like the focus on Americana turned me off because that's not something I'm so interested in. But it's obviously what his entire interest is, and he nails that. He nails the whole vibe of it. This story I particularly liked. It was very short and sweet, and it was focused more on the interactions between the characters, and I really liked the way it ended. So I really liked The Junk Man by Tim Lane, and I need to check out his full body of work. I know there's quite a bit of it. It's just the Americana stuff doesn't get to me so much. Baptiste Virot, I believe is how you pronounce the name. Someone I've been following on Instagram. Like, I like a lot of what I see from Baptiste Virot. I know as B Virot on Instagram. The intense colors, the weird surreal imagery. This is the first set of comics I've read. So my interest is now like a little shakier. I would like to see it maybe a longer form work. This first story, interior design, really spoke to me. It seems all about like how we've all been stuck in our house about COVID. But the other, each like 2 or 1 page is a short story. I kind of like this one too. But when you're working in that format, it's kind of like a gag of the day. They're gonna land or they're not going to land. So I don't know. I guess I would have to read a lot more and see how many land, or see if there's something more long form to see what my real interest in Virot's career is. And there's certain images that I really like, or certain sequences that I really like, and there's other things that to me just they don't land as much. The strangeness isn't ramped up enough. So I'm a little on the fence, but it's an artist I'm still really curious about. This story, Mandorla, and I really like in the lettering here how the D and the O actually form a mandorla. That's the kind of almond shape there. Um, the artist for this, Stacy Gougoulis, is entirely new to me, and someone I really want to see a lot more from. Just added her on Instagram. I think her. I guess Stacy could be a guy as well. I'm not sure. Um, I just added this artist. Well, here's the mandorla too. I'm so stupid. I'm staring at this thing. Uh, so just added them on Instagram, and didn't see a lot more comics. So maybe this is like right at the beginning of her career, but man, this is a really good, visually compelling comic. Lots of cool different style changes. A lot of the stuff going on that I see in the Andrew White comics that he does so well, that's being used to good effect here. Looking like they're painting on grain here or something, some kind of cool grain effect. And then I found the story really compelling as well. It started out feeling a bit autobiographical, and then it gets into some really strange things that make it obviously not 100% autobiographical. So I like that. If there's going to be autobiography, I like it feeling a bit mixed up where I'm a little unsure about it. There's just a lot of really cool use of symbols and symbolic graphic language mixed in with the more sequential images. A lot of cool uses of text throughout the story. There's some interesting spots where the text, I don't know if you can even see it on screen, but there's barely there hidden text, which is something that I've been thinking about a lot. We talked about that in a Formalism Friday from Andrew White, doing that. These like barely there images, these overlapping images. There's a lot of compelling stuff going on here. There's some really good bits of writing, which I'm always looking for. So things that kind of slam me with like wisdom. So this says, believing in fate can turn you into a passive observer of your own life, leading you to make the same mistakes over and over. From my new vantage, I could see these patterns. I could see that I was waiting for someone to hold me because I couldn't hold myself. So just the writing on that page, I think, has a lot of wisdom in it. There's the cool overlap that I've seen in the Connor Stick-Schulte and the Andrew White, like this overlaying imagery that really adds up meaning when they're talking about like this pattern underlying all of these other activities of your life. So it's not just like effects. Like I've seen Dash Shaw do this kind of stuff, but when Dash Shaw does it, it looked just like effects for like the graphic sake of it, or like the kind of emotional effect that they're trying to convey. But here it serves narrative purpose, like in Connor Stick-Schulte's Generous Bosom, like in all of Andrew White's work. So yeah, really, really excited about this artist. Some cool like comics and comics stuff. Some more text integrated in, almost in like an Ed Ruscha way. So a lot of other art forms out of comics, printmaking and stuff coming in and influencing how it's made. So this for sure was the highlight of the issue for me. This is the artist I really, really hope there's going to be a lot more comics from. Some long form work, a collection of short works, I don't know. So Stacy Gougoulis, I'm following your Instagram like crazy. I'm hoping to see a lot more comics from you. I'm really looking forward to being able to. I'll buy whatever you put out. So really, really excited about this artist. Everyone else, I would suggest getting the issue just for that. This was by far the highlight of the issue for me. The rest of the stories, this one by Natalia Novia and Ariel Lopez, I like the visuals of it. It's just kind of a visually trippy and intense comic, but that was about it. It's just like a visual play for me. And then not much of the rest of the issue landed for me. There's some good stuff in here. It's just, you know, well drawn things, but not things that really like grabbed my interest, especially in comparison to this Mandorla piece in the middle. So really enjoyed it. Always look forward to a new Fantagraphics now. Always look forward to finding new artists, and cannot wait to see more from some of these. Thanks for following along, guys. Take it away, Jack.
You want to see all these books? Smash that subscribe button and the like button and the bell, and then you get them.